Hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome to today's video. Today's video is so exciting. I'm doing 5 for under £25 meals from Aldi. I haven't done this video in so long, and do you know what? It's actually one of my favourites to film and create and do. So I'm going to get back onto that wagon. We're going to be doing lots of 5 meals for under £25 from Aldi. Essentially, I create 5 family meals. Each meal feeds 4 to 6 people, and I get all of those meals, so a whole week's worth of meals basically, for £25 or less from Aldi. If this is the first video you're ever watching of mine, you probably won't know that I do lots and lots of supermarket videos and lots of affordable budget recipe videos. But I've also recently been comparing prices in supermarkets, so I will link that series down below. But so far, thankfully, Aldi has been the cheapest place I can buy my groceries from. And that's good because I love Aldi and I'm always shopping in Aldi. Aldi and Lidl do come in very, very similar. And there's literally pennies apart on some of their products. So I might actually do a 5 for under £25 from Lidl, because I know lots of you shop in just Lidl. Yeah, 5 for under £25 from Aldi, and even better, autumn edition, autumn part 1 edition, because you know there's going to be more autumn recipes. There's so many autumn recipes bubbling around in my head, and I'm so glad it's the time of year where I can make them and show you them, because I feel like in the middle of July making beef stew is just not what you want to see. If you've never watched this series before, I've linked the previous series down below, the 5 for under £25 meals from Aldi. So go back and watch those, catch up on those. This video is the Aldi haul with the prices, so the receipt breakdown. So if you do want to follow along with all these autumn meals, what you can do today is write down the things you would need to buy and the prices of them, and that can be your shopping list to follow along with the cooking video, which will be live next week. So today's the haul with the price breakdown, and next week you're going to see all the meals being cooked, how to cook them. It's going to be real cozy autumnal vibes. I have to say I've picked 5 of some of my favourite autumn recipes. So I've split the food in half, as you can see, just quickly. This half is going to be 5 for under £25 haul cooking video. So this is going to be the shopping receipt that you will need if you want to follow along. But also I needed to get some extra bits from Aldi whilst I was there, so I thought I would show you just like a top-up shop that I did this week as well. So we'll run through that after. And let's go. If you're not already, please do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for this new series. We're making Guinness beef stew. Yeah. Guinness beef stew is, I would say, mine and Lawrence's speciality. Over the years we've been making it every autumn and winter, and we have refined it to, genuinely, we were saying once, if we were making this in a pub, that like we would earn a fortune. Like people would be queuing around the block to get into this pub to buy this Guinness beef stew that we make. It's stunning, it's so warming, it keeps amazingly, by the way. So you can batch cook this and you can make lots of leftovers for the fridge, and it tastes even better the next day. It's just the most stunning beef stew you've ever had in your life. So for the Guinness beef stew, we're going to need some diced beef. If you are similar to me and you get confused about what cuts of beef or what cuts of meat to use for certain things, just Google it. Just Google what cuts of beef. But stewing beef is often called diced beef in places like Aldi. So 700 grams of diced beef. This is going to make lots and lots. So this is going to make enough for the beef stew, and also for another recipe we have later on in that week. So what's great is you can cook this all at once, and it's going to be for both recipes. So 700 grams of British diced beef, and from Aldi it's £6.49 at the moment. Beef has got pretty expensive, as has most food shopping at the moment, but we still got all of this for under 25, which is amazing. So we've got our beef stew. We're going to need some carrots. You can actually get a cheaper bag of carrots. I think we picked up the wrong ones. You can get the wonky bag of carrots, which have more in there, so it's better value for money. Carrots, 1 kilogram, were 39p. Actually, that's really cheap. So these were 39p. We need some beef stock. I was going to say this is a cupboard essential, and these are 59p from Aldi. We need some onions, which were 95p for the big bag of wonky onions. You need a tin of Guinness, obviously. So this, a tin on its own is quite difficult to find. But this is coming in at like the £1 mark, so it's not actually that cheap. If you can find like a cheaper alternative, buy it, and it's just going into the beef stew, so you're not going to be drinking it on its own. And if you like alcohol free, I will talk about that in the cooking video. Easy ways that you can replicate the same like richness of Guinness. And then we're going to need some cupboard essentials, so we're going to need some herbs, salt and pepper, olive oil for frying, and some peas. In my opinion, peas are a cupboard essential, some sort of green veg, and then a few other bits, but in the cooking video I will list out your cupboard essentials. We're also on the side of it going to be having some potatoes, some mash, so you're going to need some potatoes. I just picked up these British white potatoes from Aldi. What's good is a lot of this food is going to be used for other recipes throughout the week, so that's a really good money saving tip. When you're meal planning, try and meal plan where you can cross over ingredients. And we're going to be needing some cheese for the mash. Okay, next up we're going to be making a sausage and potato hash. So this is similar to like bubble and squeak. I do love myself a bubble and squeak. But it's like just a potato, sausage, veggie sort of fried all together. It's absolutely delicious and definitely a budget meal, but it's one of those like really delicious struggle meals. I hate the term struggle meals because for me this is a normal meal, but it is. If you're struggling to find something to either make or you need something in your house, this is a great one to throw together. So we've got some sausages. I've gone with apple Bramley sausages from Aldi, 6. You can get more affordable apple sausages, but these apple ones are really good quality. Sausages are £2.49. We're going to need some apples. So probably 2 of these apples. So I could only incorporate 2 of the apple price. But I went for the Granny Smith ones because they're on offer at the moment in Aldi, so they were just cheaper. We're going to need some potatoes. Some of the potatoes, the price I've already accounted for. And we're going to need some onion. And then you're just going to need some cupboard essentials, so butter, herbs, and garlic. For me, in my opinion, garlic is a cupboard essential. Getting the soup maker out, yes! Guys, I use this every single autumn, and you guys always go crazy for the soup maker. The soup maker was about £25 from Aldi years ago, and it still works like a dream. You just throw some veggies in there and it will create a soup. It's amazing. So we're going to be making a sweet potato and carrot stunning soup with homemade bread, cheese toasty. Are you excited? Because I am. Homemade bread is so super easy. You literally need flour, yeast. I have included flour and yeast as cupboard essentials because in my house they're always just in the cupboard. So you might want to add yeast onto your shopping list, because I know yeast in particular is not a cupboard essential. Plain flour I do think most people have, but yeast might be like hit and miss for you. But we're going to be making some homemade bread, cheese toasties with our soup. Such a warming, delicious meal, and one that you can make really, really quickly. And if you have a soup maker like I do, you can make it at a click of a finger. If you don't have a soup maker, in the cooking video I will tell you how to make it with a saucepan on the oven. Since we're going to need carrots, which we've already accounted the price for, we're going to need sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, which were £1.09 for a kilogram. If you have been watching my videos, you know I'm like really trying to incorporate more sweet potatoes into my life. And this is one of the ways you can do it in a really nice way. I'm going to need some double cream, not all of it, just a little bit of the double cream, £1.15. So we're going to be making the homemade bread with some cheese as well, and the cheese is here, which we've already accounted for. Oh, and we're going to put an onion in there as well. But yeah, an absolute stunning soup. This is like such a hack. When you make beef stew, make enough for the next day, because you're going to have beef pie. We're having Guinness beef pie with homemade chunky chips and veg. And I don't know what I prefer, like the mash and stew or the homemade pie, but essentially you're going to need all the same ingredients as the stew, hence why we're making quite a lot of the beef. The beef will shred and go far, so that's why I got the bigger pack. And then we're going to need a puff pastry, a ready to roll puff pastry, which is £1.19. So you need some sort of pie dish, some sort of dish that you can fit into the oven that you can bake in, and this pastry will cover the pie, but also you'll have some left over, and we're going to make some bonus pastry recipes in the video. I'm probably going to make some cheese straws and some chocolate pastries, so if you do want to see that, make sure you're watching the pie section of that video. We're also going to be needing some of that double cream because we're going to make it a little bit more creamy, and that's all you're going to need. So that one's fantastic for time saving because you have made a stunning pie filling the day before, and the next day all you need to do is wrap it, add a bit of cream. It's great. So super duper cheap and easy to make. And then we are having sweet potato lentil curry. This is actually a Yum Nom recipe. Just made this a few weeks ago on Yum Nom. Typed in a few bits and it made me a sweet potato and lentil curry, which is incredible because it's such a budget but delicious meal. If you don't know what Yum Nom is, I've left all the details below, but it's just an app I've been collabing with, and it reduces food waste, helps you save money with your food, and gives you meal ideas all the time. So I do actually have a code to give you lifetime half price, so $2.99, which is something I'm very excited about. I already had an absolute crazy amount of lentils in the cupboard, which my mum got me from Costco last year, and they're lasting very well. But the lentils from Aldi are this price, and then we're going to be needing the rest of our sweet potatoes that we haven't already used. We're going to be needing some medium curry powder. Can I just say, I made a chicken curry a couple of weeks ago for me, Lawrence, I nearly said my brother, that would be weird, me, my husband and my sister, and I made a chicken curry and I just seasoned it with this. Because it's just all I had in the house. I didn't have time to go out to the shops and I needed to throw something in the slow cooker. This stuff from Aldi is unreal. My sister was saying it was the best curry she's ever had in her life. Like, she was going on and on about this curry that I had made. And I said all I used was this. I just threw a load of this in with the chicken and I put olive oil and double cream. I mean, the double cream probably helped, but yeah, just this stuff. So I've been like making sure this is in my cupboard all the time because it's really well flavoured. But the medium curry powder, I always get the medium curry powder, is 79p from Aldi. So we're going to be needing onions, price we've already accounted for, curry powder, sweet potatoes, lentils, and then we're going to make some homemade naan bread, which is very exciting. Oh, and our tin of herby tomatoes, which is 39p, and a little bit of the cream that's left over just to make it a creamy curry. Oh, and lots of spinach. I'm not going to be using all of this spinach, so I am going to be freezing pretty much most of it, and the rest will just go into this lentil curry. Lentil curry is a fantastic recipe. It's nutritious, delicious, budget, family friendly. So much goes a long way, and yeah, we need to eat more things like lentils. And then I've got some coriander, which is actually going to be a cupboard essential, but I put it over here because it's going to be in this recipe. And that's your fill for those meals. So 5 unreal meals coming your way, very autumnal. I'm going to make it such like a cozy watch whilst you're watching the video, just to make it really like special for you. So make sure you're watching that under a blanket, chilled out with your shopping list and a cup of tea, because it's going to be good. And then just a few bits that I picked up from the shop that we needed. So I needed more plain flour. That's a cupboard essential in my opinion. Plain flour at the moment from Aldi is 79p. I also picked up some more strong white bread flour. We've started making our bread now again because it's so easy, so much cheaper than buying it, so much better for you. Chia seeds, we eat a lot of chia seeds in this house, £1.39. I put chia seeds in everything, particularly smoothies. We have smoothies all the time. Another bag of oats, organic porridge oats. I do get organic oats. They last a very long time because we don't have them too often. But organic oats for me taste a whole world different to the really, really budget ones. So I do always get like the ones that are a little bit more pricey, but I try and just not eat them as often so I'm not spending too much money. I've got some ready salted hand cooked crisps. I've been really enjoying these with a tuna salad sandwich lately. Don't know why, just have. I've got some white cabbage that's going to go on the side of some of our autumnal dinners next week, and also my little bunny. If you don't know, I just rescued a bunny, and he loves a bit of cabbage. I actually just gave him some when I got in from the shops and he was a happy bunny. I've got some broccoli, which was 69p. We have broccoli. Broccoli is something I buy once a week, regardless, it's just always in my fridge. I needed some more vegetable oil. This lasts ages in this house because we rarely use it, but some things, like I'm going to be making another reel and it's going to be pancake cups, but it works a little bit better with vegetable oil rather than olive oil. So veggie oil is £1.85. I've got 2 massive bunches of bananas. We eat at least a banana each a day. It's actually mental how many bananas we eat. And then I've got 4 butters. So 3 butters for toast and stuff like that. And then I got an unsalted butter, which is specifically for flapjacks. I make flapjacks once a week. Perfect filling snack and pudding. If you want to know if we're living in a cost of living crisis, just follow the price of butter, because that stuff has gone up a lot. This was like £1.59 like 18 months ago. I got some chocolate chips and chocolate chunks because I'm going to be doing some baking this weekend. They were 65p per bag. I got some kiwis. Kiwis are super expensive, but I've not been feeling well lately, and kiwis are helping for some reason. So kiwis, 4-pack of £1.29, 12 organic eggs, £2.19 each. And that is your fill. So these are all going to be basically our family meals all next week, so I'm going to be filming them over the next few days. And these are just top up bits I needed. I've already got lots in the freezer. So I've got some homemade bread sitting in the freezer already sliced up. So we'll be having sandwiches for lunches and stuff. I'm tending to make things more from scratch at the moment. So I'm finding that saving some money with a food shop. But yes, here is the total cost of our 5 for under £25 shopping list. So we just managed to squeeze it under £25, which is amazing. I'm really excited to upload the cooking video, especially as it's my favourite season, which is autumn meals. So if you do want to see those meals, make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does let me know that you enjoy this style of video, and I'll see you again for the next one really soon. Bye!